River Shaman mode without the shirt. It was hot. You didn't want to put it in. Look, River Shaman mode. It's armed. You could think of it like the tattoo would be a badge on an actual costume. What do you call a proper attire for such things? There's no word. There is no word. It's correct. This is correct. So yesterday, River Shaman mode required River Shaman to get in the water and then not get caught in the fishing nets or hooks or whatever the fuck, while also participating in I'm gonna be a ferry boat for the little dog and deep water explorer and Kraken. Nobody does Kraken. Nobody does Kraken like I do the best Kraken. I can't do a Donald Trump voice. I can't. I won't. What I will do is explain how you can become submersible. I'm wearing black Dickies and I got in the water and I had the final stage of old boxer briefs, which I will retire. They made it. They're hard to get on, but they actually fit. Once I quit wearing the tighty whities that young men are traditionally brought up to be able to endure or consider underwear. In the 80s, you have kids wearing all kinds of superhero underwear. Now, and I don't know, and I'm not going to find out, and I don't want to know. Okay? I don't want to know. So please don't comment below. Unless you have to. I mean, if you have to, it'll be read. Dealt with promptly. Why do the superheroes have to wear them outside of their pants? They all got them. You can make a big deal out of Superman because he's all super and he's Supermaning around, flying and shit. He doesn't need no plane, just flying and shit. How you doing it? How does he do it? Panda sending you messages. Panda man. She already left? Yeah, they already left. It's difficult when your friends stalk you. Said something about stay awake, and I'm like, clearly I've been, what does it say? Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I can even get out of here. Okay. I'll respond to that in time. I've learned, it's taken me a while, that the panda doesn't move as fast or is concerned with system gaining that shit. Because I'd like to share about going to the river yesterday in the dark of the night, or it was pretty dangerous rivering. I mean, you get to see all kinds of fucking conditions if you live and you have the river access, and you can access it. And it's dangerous, but it's also rewarding. So, rewarding how? So, I've got the bottom jaw of what appears to be pig, which we call them wild boars. They're killers. And like a pig, like you can count on a pig's gonna yap about you if you're in trouble. You get arrested, it's the cops that are presenting your evidence, i.e. jaw flapping about you. So I took it, the bottom jaw, and had it with me. And I formulated out of these pieces some form of myself that made it in and got out. Using the wand technology. Wand with 2 crystal rods, which I don't normally have, and I have 2 of them, which I removed from a heater that uses quartz crystal rods that have a filament in them. You have to remove, and I did. which is kind of cool and was cool. And a lot of the shit that I had was pretty fucking badass. At least as much as it required going. Now, I took the right stuff to leave it behind. And I took everybody water that my ex-wife had got for me. For the going down river, mainly was the, like, where's your water? Well, you don't have water? I was like, I have to boil the water here. I can't just drink the tap water. It's too iron rich. And it fucks your filter up, so poverty mode could just be defeated by simple big buy cheap water bottle, you know. Now, as somebody conscious of recycling, obviously I don't want to imprint the earth anymore with plastic, whatever, you know. She did me a service and I did a service back, honoring my ex-wife, which I'm still trying to properly give the right health and vital statistics to. Yeah. Is that weird? I didn't think it was weird. And I validated all the reasons why she felt fucked in that her parents have our son, who's a grown man. I don't know why he could get an apartment, but he's just living there and being a fucking young 20 badass. Probably having fun at wrecking himself too. It's funny how they've always been conducive of that lifestyle, but it's very impractically balanced, you know. No, you know. You don't know. I don't either. If you take them, your grandkids, they're going to want to keep them there. And they'll phase you out first and just build a relationship with the kids. And that's good for them. They don't really... There's a weird codependent fucking fucked upness where you can count on some form of abuse being co-signed by the mom with the passive-aggressive asshole guy. He's a very strange character and a dick. In a very southern gentlemanly style of business way of being a dick, which is the preferred method in the South, mind you. However, I would ascribe it to a more Louisiana state and East Texas style, but that's where he's from. So I mean, that only goes to stand. I mean, it's just very, the regional dialects and breakdowns in the South is a strange mix. It gets more voodoo-y the easter you go, you know, and treacherous as it may be, because, you know, I don't know how to articulate it other than that. Other than that, I have no way. My newly divorcee ex-wife, who I probably could sleep with, and I'd like to, because other than one younger lady friend of mine, who I've only for 11 years put off some form of sex that just hasn't happened and won't, for the integrity of this ex-wife situation, which I have to endure and bear, which I can. It's only new and weird for her. She doesn't understand why. And when she's there, I'm there with her. Because it's completely new to her too. She doesn't really know what to fucking do with it. She went off on the girlfriend of wife now of my son, allegedly. She could tell me all this, and I'm hearing information about my son. Which, to the contrary, I had no information. Her family didn't tell me shit. They put on her that she didn't want to have any contact. She says they didn't ever tell me you contacted. It's a fucked up dynamic. I don't know who to trust or believe. other than my own eyes, which she waited too long and she just got it caught up in her life. It wasn't important. They weren't going to make it important. Not at all. No way. The first time you do anything inappropriate or whatever, they're going to consult her on how they want to fucking process you wrongly. You waking up from night terrors? Do we need to call the cops? No, it's fine. He's not beating me yet. I'll call the cops when he's beating me because I'm causing it. That happened in the future. It seemed like it was shot early on. I got the warning clues now, so of course you would know. From that, I just seem fucked up, but I'm with her in the fucked upness that she's at now. You know, my handling procedure for the children that I have with her is about fucked up, but I take in the new information as best as I get it and handle it like somebody that knows it's the facts. Like, this is my son. Like, he and I could communicate. A normal grandfather would tell his young man, hey, you need to talk to your dad. It's your dad. And not write him off because you're too busy fucking playing fucking outside with him with your stuff for the outside. Like, my dad might mow and do all that same stuff too, but he doesn't have the dirt bike. And this guy has and knows what he's using dirt bike and shit like that for. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's strategically doing it, and he can. And, you know, more power to him. He should. It's done incredible things for the limited, very narrow band fucking situation and family reasons that he has to do it with. Now, the only wild card factor in that whole thing is Sean. Because Sean is a grown man now. But he's like a mental child because there's something wrong with him. Mentally, he was fucked up from birth. And I don't think he ever was going to be able to get over it because it affects his long-term memory. It's very difficult for him to remember basic stuff. So he's homebound, like, for you know, and that changes the whole fucking everything of, and he's a good kid. It's not like he's a bad kid. There's nothing wrong with him like that, but it's like, you're going to deal with a handy, you know, and I don't give him the credit for doing that. You know, as much lifestyle changes and shit you just have to give up, they did good. They brought him away. They were in Japan, and Japan sterilizes their population from those type of births. We don't look at it like that. And like, he's a person, I'm glad he's alive. Japan wouldn't make that distinction and would have abortion. So I have a value for life that's not culturally appropriate to, when you put it in that light, it makes Japan look like an asshole. That's a distinction I'm making on purpose. And I don't think Japan's doing anything wrong. Neither do I think the Spartans were when they put their kids in the baby defective pile. Ants do it too. Ooh, some of those babies live. They become great warrior generals. It's not very many, but some of them live. You don't even know what your buttons are.